Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Coach's Corner. My name is Walter Beede, and as you know, each and every Thursday evening, we talk with college coaches from around the country, and we learn a little bit about who they are as coaches, but most importantly, what they are as far as the university and program is concerned. So, my guest this evening is Lou Proietti, associate head coach at Stonehill College in Massachusetts, recently moved from NCAA Division II to Division One. Lou, thank you for joining me here this evening.
Thank you, Walter. Thanks for having me.
You're very, very welcome. And I, as a resident of Massachusetts, I think very fondly of the schools that are kind of moving up the ladder. I often wonder what Scotty at Southern New Hampshire is going to do when they're going to announce it. But for those of you that are from other parts of the country, we have predominantly in New England been a Division III and a Division II area for baseball. But recently, with schools such as Bryant University, Merrimack University, University of Lowell, and now with Stonehill, you have gone from Division II to Division One. So, Lou, tell us a little bit about that transition as far as an athletic program is concerned.
Yeah, I think it's been a great transition across the board for all sports really. I know on the school level, applications are at an all-time high, so there's definitely a buzz on campus and a level of excitement making the move to Division One. From a baseball perspective, it's been great. Our guys have taken the challenge head on. We have a pretty competitive schedule right off the hop this year. But like I said, just like the rest of the campus, our guys are real excited for the opportunity, and they're working hard to get themselves ready for these next couple weeks here. But there's a buzz; you can feel it for sure. There's a lot of support within each other's teams. Attending each other's sporting events, and there's definitely a lot of support going on throughout the campus.
And so, for those of you that don't know, Stonehill is actually located in the southeastern corridor of Massachusetts. Can you tell us a little bit, Lou, about the campus size and just kind of gain some insight as to the campus of Stonehill College?
Yeah, it's a beautiful campus. We're located in Easton, Massachusetts. It's a relatively small school, just under 3,000 students. One of the cool parts about it is 99% of our students live on campus all 4 years, and so it's got a great on-campus living situation, full apartment style housing for our upperclassmen. Underclassmen typically live in a dorm style setup, but our guys love it because of that. It's a tight knit community. The kids get to know each other really well and build great life lasting relationships because of that, I think. And I've been at other institutions where a good amount of upperclassmen move off campus after that junior year, and so I wasn't sure right away when I first got there, but seeing how much the guys love it and the kind of relationships they build, it really makes for a great model of build a tight knit community.
So, one of the things that is really, really well known here in the Northeast anyway, is the academic strength of Stonehill. Can you speak to that a little bit when you're out recruiting? Because that is a relative advantage when it comes to those caliber of student athletes that are seeking that kind of that upper level with regard to academics.
Yeah, it's a highly competitive academic school. We're looking for student athletes who excel at both on the field and in the classroom. We with that comes a good amount of support for our student athletes because it can be pretty challenging. But it's been great to see the track record of jobs guys are getting first year out and internships guys are getting over the summer. It's a high quality education with a variety of majors, and like I said, the track record really it's impressive to see what some of our guys have kind of gone on, especially first year out to go out and get a great job. It's been good to see, and I think the Stonehill network is also helpful. Having that tight knit network, because it's a tight knit community. The name definitely goes a long way when Stonehill grads see each other. There's definitely some mutual respect there. So it's definitely high level academics, and our guys get challenged in the classroom, and like I said, we make sure we support them academically because of that. But they end up having some great opportunities coming out because of it.
Now, I remember when I took over a Division III program, much different scale than Stonehill, but they were coming out from a junior college into a 4-year school, and really those first couple of years, scheduling wise, it was a challenge. We played the big boys, and they put a hurting on us early on. What does your schedule look like, making that jump from Division II up to the Division I level? Like, what does your first month of the year look like with regard to scheduling?
Yeah, so we'll open up. So we don't play the first weekend. We have the first weekend off, and so we'll play this. We open up the second weekend down in Texas, Tarleton State. They're in a similar situation. They're transitioning to the Division I level. I believe they're in their third year. They have a brand new stadium, really nice setup down there. So we'll open down there for 4 games, and then we'll go to Kansas State, where we'll play Kansas State and Army in a little three game round robin tournament. Coach Bowen, who's our head coach at Stonehill, him and Pete Hughes are best friends. Pete Hughes grew up in Brockton, so did
Right.
Coach Bowen. So they've known each other since they were literally like 8 years old. So I think Coach Bowen was kind of itching to get Kansas State on the schedule when we went to D1. So we'll go out there, and it'll be obviously a great experience at a great facility against some high level opponents. And we'll talk to the guys about just making sure we play good baseball and doing the things we can control. And obviously we know it's going to help in the long run get us ready for conference play, but and then that'll be our spring break week. So we'll stay out there for a week and play the University of Nebraska Omaha for 3 games the second part of the week. And then honestly, the NEC, we're in the NEC, that our conference play starts pretty early. We only have 3 non-conference weekends, and then we hop right into conference play.
So for those parents that may find their way, or student athletes that find their way to the video and want to find out, how are you recruiting presently? Are you open to student athletes and from all over the country? Do you generally look in your backyard first? How are you handling that as far as recruiting at Stonehill is concerned?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely there's been an uptick in recruiting since making the jump to Division One, and historically, recruiting has been more regional in terms of New England, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. There's been a pipeline in California as well. But honestly, recently we've expanded our reach recruiting wise. We have our relationships that we've built over the years that we continue to trust, which I think is an important part of the process. But we've also definitely expanded in terms of having more individual players reach out, more high school programs, more AAU programs reach out, and we're definitely open to it. Having guys come from all parts of the country. But historically, we've focused on New England and kind of branched out that way. But we're expanding for sure since we made the jump.
So I want to let everyone know in the video down below in the description, I'll make sure we have Coach Proietti's contact information, social media handle, etc., so that you can reach out directly and send them a letter of introduction or a video or anything like that. How about your camps? Is Stonehill kind of stepping that up with regard to creating camp opportunities both in the summer and fall for potential recruits?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. We just hosted a winter prospect camp, which sold out a week before the event. We'll host right now. We're going to have 3 prospect camps in the summer as of now. And we usually have 1 in the fall, and those are very helpful for us. We definitely use those as a recruiting tool. The thing I know Coach Bowen, the head coach, loves the most about those is everyone there has a genuine interest in Stonehill, and not only are they telling us in an email, they're showing it actively by showing up. And I think it's great to be able to, if you have a couple schools that you're interested in, be able to go there, meet the coaching staff, see the facilities, and really get a chance to kind of compare yourself a little bit against other guys who are also interested in the same school, and get a gauge kind of as to where you're at. And for us, I'm not going to say we take a guy from every event, but we definitely we'll definitely have guys on our roster every year from camps. It's a viable recruiting tool for us.
Now, is Stonehill taking part? Are they a fully funded program? Are you taking part in the extra paid coaches, or is that something that's constantly evolving with the development of the program?
Yeah, right now that's evolving. We're not fully funded in terms of a coaching staff, but hopefully, hopefully that we'll get to that point at some point.
What
But
about
they've definitely added resources since we made the move to Division I, from scholarships to coaches to budget. There's definitely been some help from the administration on that end.
Super? And can you tell me talk a little bit about, the Northeast Conference, talk about the teams that you play against. A lot of parents from outside the greater New England area kind of don't have an understanding, but there's several strong teams in that conference that can compete with really anybody in the area.
Yeah, it is. It's a very competitive conference, and that's kind of what I love about it. Is if you're good enough to make the tournament, you're good enough to win the tournament, because it really is competitive to that level where, anyone, if they're playing well at the right time, can win. But there's some really good teams. So we also added 4 teams from the MEAC this year, which will be the first time that'll happen. So we're up to 11 teams. So we added Coppin State, Delaware State, Maryland Eastern Shore, and Norfolk State this year to give us 11. Bryant and Mount St. Mary's both left the conference this year. So those 4 teams, as well as us, are new to the conference. But yeah, you got teams like LIU, who won the conference last year. Fairleigh Dickinson, I know Rob DeToma real well, who was there. He's at University of San Francisco. He's done a great job building that program up. Wagner's got a really good programs. Central Connecticut's always really good. Sacred Heart with Coach Egan's got a new staff. They're going to be good. So yeah, it's going to be highly competitive, and that's part of the reason we do play some strong non-conference opponents early to try and prepare ourselves for conference weekends. Because no matter what conference you're in, conference games are a battle. And it takes. Everything takes it kicked up to another level when conference play starts, and the NEC will be no different, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Central Connecticut has played in a regional a few times. They're always very, very good. Coach Noto, Staten Island, Wagner, they got a nice minor league field that they get to play at. So, when we're talking Stonehill, we're talking about they're playing a very competitive schedule. And it's, when you start talking Division I, there's really no such thing as a poor Division I team. They're all highly skilled, highly talented, and it takes a certain pedigree and level of skill set to be able to participate there. Now, Lou, this is a question that I ask a lot of college coaches. Are you traveling now down to Georgia? Are you doing the travel events that are more outside of New England? Or are you trying to kind of stay in Northborough and a few other areas that are holding the local tournaments?
So we, as of now, as a program, we haven't gone down to the big showcase events in Georgia, but we'll go. I'll go down. We'll go down to we'll go down to Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland. So we'll go. We'll make our way down in a vehicle as far as we can get. But right now we haven't gone to those big events. That is something that, as a staff, we've been discussing in terms of figuring out our schedule and I guess most efficient way to use our time recruiting in the summer. And so right now, like I said, we'll stick around Northborough. We'll go down to Diamond Nation. We'll go to Baseball Heaven in Long Island, and then hit up a variety of PBR and different events as well.
So for you as a staff, describe the perfect Stonehill recruit. Obviously you got 95 from the left side. You're doing the baseball gods. You're giving them a big thank you hug. But give us that Stonehill recruit that you're seeking and what they like, what they're going to be like on and off the field.
Yeah, the biggest thing we look for is kids that love baseball. And just a genuine love for the game. And you can see by the way they play, you can see by their body language, you can see by the way they interact with their teammates. We want guys who are not only going to make themselves better, make their teammates better. And so when we have guys who love baseball, we feel like that happens organically, and guys will stay at the cage later and keep guys with them and push guys to be better. And so that's the biggest thing we look for. Guys who love baseball, they love the game, they love to compete, they love their teammates. And if we can get 35, 40 guys like that, then, we'll be in a good spot.
So explain to a parent or a prospective student athlete, what's different about Stonehill? What's different about that opportunity? What separates Stonehill from, other schools, not only in the geographical area, but maybe across the country?
Yeah, I think it's the complete package, and well, let me start by saying it's all about the right fit. If you're looking
Right.
for a big school, right inside the big city, that's probably not the best fit for us. But if you're looking for, a small school with great facilities and a tight knit community, where you're going to get to know, student athletes from other teams, you're going to get to know non-student athletes. You're going to get to build relationships with a lot of different people. It's a phenomenal fit, and obviously the high academics, like I said, the track record of jobs coming out. The Coach Bowen, who's been there for 35 years now, he does a great job of running the program, and you can just see it by the alumni. We have our golf tournament every fall, and it sells out. 144 alumni every fall come back, and it just goes to show the job that Coach Bowen does building relationships over the years. But it's got the total package in terms of everything: the campus, the facilities, and now making that jump to Division One. Every box is kind of is checked that way.
Well, I've known Coach Bowen for decades. The program that he's had, and I go back to the Porky days at New Haven, and I
Yep.
mean, there's a lot of Division II history. It's rich here in New England. So now making that leap up to Division One makes sense for a school like Stonehill and Coach Bowen. Now, tell us how you would like to be contacted. In other words, are you a fan of the social media? Are you a fan more of the email? Do you like videos? How is someone going to contact Stonehill or you directly with regard to recruiting?
Yeah, I think email or social media is a great way to reach out. Videos are huge, and being efficient with the video, and being concise and clear with your introduction letter, and personalizing it goes a long way. We've done this long enough now where we know if it's one of those generalized emails that goes out to 500 coaches versus you've taken 15, 20 minutes to sit down, do some research, look at the school, individualize the email. That goes a longer way than I think student athletes maybe realize. So taking that extra 15, 20 minutes goes a long way. So make sure you do that. And video on either Twitter or email is the best way to reach me.
Well, Lou, I want to say thank you. This has been great. It's exactly what I'm hoping to do and accomplish with regard to getting schools across the country some recognition, especially those that are in my backyard. I interact with parents and student athletes from all over the country and travel around and see different players. I'm always mentioning about the academic, cultural experience of New England, and Stonehill certainly fits that in spades. So thank you very much for giving of your time. I know it's the busy time of the year, getting the guys ready to, and I know they're hungry to get ready to play. So thank you so much. Tell Coach Bowen I said hello. I will make sure that all of your contact information, Stonehill's contact information, is in the description down below so parents can reach out to you.
Thank you, Walter. I appreciate you having me on here.
You're very welcome. And if you like this type of content, I encourage you subscribe, obviously, to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. Be able to reach out to Coach Proietti. Let him know what you thought of tonight's interview. Share your thoughts and let him know if you think you feel that you're a candidate to be a student athlete at a school like Stonehill. Lou, good luck this season, and we'll be following you on social media.
Thank you, Walter.
You're very welcome, Captain. Thank you.
Take care.